Well, it's already being called one of the best movies of the year. The Academy Award-winning director of La La Land brings us First Man. The movie prepares to blast into theaters Friday with the riveting story of NASA's mission to land a man on the moon. Ryan Gosling takes on the role of the late Neil Armstrong. Take a look.
I don't know what space exploration will uncover, but I don't think it'll be exploration just for the sake of exploration. I think it'll be more the fact that it allows us to see things that maybe we should have seen a long time ago, but just haven't been able to until now.
Wow, I'm just gripped by it. Well, joining me right now in studio, Ryan Gosling, Damien Chazelle, Mark and Rick Armstrong. Welcome.
That's good to be here. Thank you for having us.
Well, it's a pleasure having you guys here. And Ryan, we're going to start off with you because you are playing one of the most famous men known to modern history who walked on a planet other than Earth. How was it? No pressure at all. I'm pretty sure there was some pressure, right? How was it preparing for that role?
It's really been one of the most incredible opportunities, you know, in my life. You know, it's just been, you know, personally enriching on so many levels. It's such a fascinating story, and there's so many levels to it. And you know, obviously, getting to work with Damien is always an adventure, and then getting to know Rick and Mark and their family and many of the families of the astronauts involved. It's just been a really amazing opportunity. Wow,
and Damien, the movie is just very visceral. I mean, it makes you feel like you're on board with Neil. How did you come about preparing and getting the fans actually just, you know, brought into that?
Well, it was something we talked about from the get-go, was trying to show audiences how dangerous this was and what the toll was on the human beings. This wasn't superheroes kind of descending from the sky and doing it because it was easy. This was a group of human beings risking everything, and not just the astronauts, but their families, their kids. Everyone was put on the line.
And we're taking a clip, but right now we're taking a look at one of the movies, a clip of the movie. Can you tell us a little bit about this, what we're watching right now?
Yeah, this is a little snippet from this crazy contraption, lunar landing research vehicle, basically a training vehicle designed to prepare for landing on the moon. But as you see, it doesn't always work out as planned.
Yeah, it doesn't. How was that for you, playing that role right there? Do you remember that? That's a stunt double, right? No, I'm hoping that was.
No,
that's you. Oh, wow.
But they just cut to behind-the-scenes footage. For what it's worth, the people watching, we don't cut.
No.
To yeah, a guy getting dragged on mats.
That was not part of Master.
That was a little behind the scenes for you at home.
Yeah, no, there's so many opportunities like that. You know, with the mission sequences, we're all, you know, very different, and you know, we had different technicians who were involved in each mission there to help us, and so much time spent to the accuracy of the capsules themselves and what we would be saying on the comms, and yeah, it was incredible to take such a deep dive into the authenticity of it.
And Ryan, there's a moment in the movie when you have to explain to your sons that you're going to be taking this voyage and you may not make it back home. How was it preparing for that? And of course, for you guys as well, Mark and Rick, watching that, I'm pretty sure that you recalled that moment when you were kids, hearing your father say that to you.
Yeah, I mean, probably more interesting to hear about it from your
Well, yeah, so that meeting really did take place. It took place in the dining room, just like it's shown, and that was one of the things that Rick and I contributed to the film, was telling him about that meeting. And the things that Ryan says are pretty much what Dad said to us. And the amazing thing is that we came out of that meeting, you know, not being scared, not being worried, not having nightmares, none of that. So we just felt like, okay, yeah, he's going to be gone for 8 days, and we'll see him on the other side, and then it'll be back to the way it was.
Did he nail it?
He nailed it, yeah.
How did you prepare for that? Because I'm pretty sure it was challenging just thinking that his sons are right there watching you.
It was. I think the most challenging part was knowing that they were going to see the film, because obviously they would be seeing it, you know, their parents reflected, or at least us trying to reflect them as best we could. But they were incredibly helpful, you know, so always available for any questions that we had, and it's just extremely supportive.
And Damien, the history of the moon landing was epic and unprecedented, but this is more about the story of Neil Armstrong, a very raw and intimate look. Why do you think it was so important that we showed this particular, that you took this kind of look at Neil Armstrong's life, and also the losses that he had to deal with along the way?
I think it's important because I think sometimes we forget that our heroes are human beings, and actually I think it's even more inspiring when you look at the moon landing through that prism, through the prism of a family, and grounded in human beings. You know, getting to talk to Rick and Mark about not the broad historical strokes, but just like the in-between moments, the stuff that happened behind closed doors, the stuff between their parents, the love that kind of held that family together, the grief that sort of almost tore it apart. You know, that to me was the story worth telling, and hopefully would give audiences a new way of looking at the events on the moon.
And a lot of the story told inside the home, and you built the Armstrong home from the bottom up in a Roswell neighborhood. Yeah. So that must have been really cool. How was it? Were you shown some good old Southern hospitality while filming here in Atlanta?
We were. That neighborhood was incredible.
Wow.
To just allow us to shoot there and to
also burn that house down.
We
allowed us to do that.
We burnt in a scene that was deleted from the movie. We burnt that house to a crisp, which the neighborhood was okay with. But yeah, no. I mean, we shot most of the movie here in Atlanta, so both in neighborhoods and on certain sound stages, and it was just the crews, the communities. I mean, it was just an amazing experience. It was really the best shooting experience I've ever had.
And it's going to be quite interesting when you at home get the chance to go and see the movie, because the moon sequence was shot outside in mid-January here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where was that again?
So it was a rock quarry, a big rock quarry, about 30 minutes outside the city, and yeah, it was a lot colder than I think we thought. We were told that it doesn't snow very often here in Atlanta, but
just that one time.
It somehow managed to that one time snow a record amount on our moon. So we had to shut down for a week, and yeah, I guess you're seeing here some of the times it wasn't snowing. But no, it was amazing. We shot it at night with a giant light off to the side simulating the sun, and Ryan descended from that full-scale lunar module replica, as you see, and said those famous words.
Wow.
Tyler Perry Studios was also very good to us.
Oh, see?
Yeah, that's where we shot all the space stuff. Basically, all the you know, everything in the capsules was all shot at Tyler Perry Studios.
Nothing but good old hospitality here in
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
No, it was great.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
It's really good to be here.
And I'm pretty sure that everybody is going to be flooding the theaters and looking at this. And of course, once again, a newfound respect for your father and everything that he did for history here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. And our thanks to Universal Pictures for help coordinating today's interview. First Man hits theaters this Friday.